Alex Marquez stuns Catalunya. Marc admits he gave up the chase. The 2025 Catalunya Grand Prix delivered one of the most memorable storylines of the season. For the first time in months, Marc Marquez's seemingly unshakable dominance was finally broken. And the man responsible for the upset? His own younger brother, Alex Marquez. Under the warm Spanish evening, thousands of fans packed the grandstands of the Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya. They had come expecting another showcase of Marc's supremacy, but instead, they witnessed a rare moment where family rivalry became the main headline. Throughout the season, Marc had been untouchable. With 15 sprint race wins and countless main race triumphs, the Ducati Lenovo rider had been walking steadily towards sealing his 9th MotoGP World Championship. Catalunya was supposed to be the stage of celebration, but Alex Marquez had other plans. Riding for Gresini Racing, he showed remarkable resilience after crashing in the Saturday sprint. Many thought his confidence would be shattered. Instead, it seemed to fuel him. It felt incredible. I was still thinking about the crash yesterday, but when I got on the bike today, I told myself I could do it, Alex revealed with emotion after the race. From the start of the main race, Alex demonstrated a mix of aggression and control. He managed to slot into the leading group immediately and avoided early chaos. His rhythm looked strong, his confidence unshaken. Marc, as always, was right there behind him. The elder Marquez applied constant pressure, pushing the pace lap after lap. Fans could sense the tension. This wasn't just another race, this was brother versus brother on home soil. For Marc, the goal was simple: win in Catalunya and secure the championship as early as San Marino. But the script took a dramatic twist when Alex refused to back down. The brothers exchanged lap times almost identical to each other. Marc shadowed Alex closely, looking for the perfect moment to strike, yet the opportunity never really came. The Catalunya circuit, with its tricky corners and limited overtaking spots, didn't make things easier. Marc admitted afterward that he struggled to find any clean chance to pass. I tried several times, but Alex was faster out of the corners. I could only follow him, not pass him, Marc confessed. With each passing lap, the tension grew. Fans rose from their seats every time Marc inched closer, only to see Alex slam the door shut. What made it even more dramatic was the emotional context. Marc and Alex were not just rivals. They were brothers who had grown up together dreaming of this very stage. Marc had spent his career carrying the Marquez legacy to unimaginable heights. Now, for the first time in years, Alex was carving out his own chapter by defeating the very man who inspired him. As the race entered its final laps, Marc had to make a decision: push recklessly for the win or settle for second and avoid disaster. He chose the latter. I gave everything. My strategy was to stay clear of third place and focus on catching Alex. But he was faster. I decided to stop pushing and just follow. I was happy because it was him winning, Marc explained afterward. That statement captured the duality of the moment. It wasn't bitterness. It was pride mixed with acceptance. When Alex crossed the finish line, he raised his fists high in triumph. The crowd roared, recognizing the magnitude of what had just happened. Catalunya had a new hero, even if only for the night. The victory for Alex didn't just break Marc's winning streak, it also delayed Marc's championship coronation. Instead of sealing the title early, Marc now has to wait until at least the Japanese Grand Prix. The points gap remains huge, 182 points in Marc's favor, but the mathematical door to the title has not yet fully closed. That in itself was a small victory for Alex. For Gresini Racing, the win was monumental. Their garage exploded in celebration, mechanics and staff hugging each other with tears in their eyes. For Ducati Lenovo, Marc's second place was still a strong result, but the mood was noticeably calmer. They understood that the bigger picture, the championship, was still in sight. Analysts immediately began to dissect the race. Many praised Alex's composure, pointing out how he managed tire wear better and maintained a flawless rhythm even under intense pressure. Others highlighted Marc's maturity, A younger Marc might have forced a risky overtake, but the 32-year-old version showed wisdom in settling for points rather than gambling everything. Social media, meanwhile, erupted with excitement. Hashtags like hashtag Marquez versus Marquez and hashtag Catalunya drama trended worldwide, with fans calling it one of the most emotional races of the season. This is not just MotoGP. This is family drama at 350 kilometers per hour. One fan tweeted, perfectly capturing the moment. In truth, brotherly rivalries in motorsport are rare. And when they happen, they carry a unique blend of competitiveness and affection that no other rivalry can match. The Marquez brothers delivered exactly that in Catalunya. It was fierce yet respectful, aggressive yet filled with love. For Alex, the win was more than just 25 points. It was validation. All season long, he had been overshadowed by Marc's dominance. This victory reminded everyone that he, too, belongs among MotoGP's elite. This is one of the best days of my career. To win here, in front of these fans, and against my brother, it's unforgettable, Alex said in the press conference. Marc, for his part, showed the humility of a champion. His words after the race were not about frustration, but about admiration for Alex's performance. It was the perfect race for him. He deserved it. I couldn't do more, Marc stated, drawing applause even from rival team members. The imagery of Marc congratulating Alex on the podium was perhaps the most heartwarming moment of the evening. It reminded everyone that behind the helmets, they were still brothers. Fans leaving the circuit carried smiles, knowing they had witnessed history. Not because Marc won again, but because Alex finally stepped into the spotlight. The Catalunya GP will likely be remembered as the night the balance shifted, even if only slightly, within the Marquez household. Journalists quickly dubbed it the Marquez Show, noting how no other riders even came close to challenging the brothers at the front. That, in itself, raised an interesting question. Will Alex's victory spark a new rivalry that could carry into future seasons? MotoGP thrives on rivalries Rossi versus Lorenzo, Stoner versus Pedrosa, Rossi versus Marquez. Now, perhaps we have Marquez versus Marquez. Of course, Marc still remains the overwhelming favorite for the 2025 crown. But Catalunya proved he is not invincible, and that might inspire others. The race also reminded everyone of the unpredictable beauty of motorsport. Just when fans think they know the ending, a new twist arrives. In this case, the twist was as personal as it gets, a younger brother defeating his elder on one of the sport's grandest stages. For Alex, the challenge now is consistency. One victory, no matter how sweet, does not define a season, but it can define confidence. If he can carry the momentum into San Marino, Japan, and beyond, then perhaps this win will be the start of something greater. For Marc, the defeat might even be a blessing in disguise. Champions often need reminders that winning isn't automatic. Catalunya may serve as fuel for the rest of the year. What's undeniable is the spectacle they created. Fans, commentators, and even rival riders couldn't stop talking about it. The Marquez brothers have given MotoGP a gift, a narrative that goes beyond machines and lap times, touching the human heart. When the season is reviewed years from now, Catalunya 2025 will surely hold a special place in the highlight reels. Not because of the championship implications alone, but because of the raw, emotional theater it presented. At the end of the day, the scoreboard read, Alex first, Marc second. But in truth, MotoGP itself was the real winner. As the lights dimmed over Catalunya, fans knew they had seen something unforgettable, a night where family, rivalry, and history collided at 350 kilometers per hour. Like, subscribe, and comment.